You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano. And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive.
Leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Oh, the old whippersnapper. Going for an encore here. She clearly liked the results from the first time she delivered that move.
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Inverted DDT!
Lights out.
Face crusher!
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s through the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall, submission, or by exiting the cage through the cage door, or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts to compete in the match were signed. Talking about history, at WrestleMania 2, WWE unveiled the redesigned steel cage with solid steel blue bars before returning to chain link mesh in the late 1990s. The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take...
Just a jarring blow to the jaw.
You gotta like her chances now. I don't know if Sane can recover.
Probably not.
She is on fire.
I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before. Man, what a move. Unbelievable power. She goes down like a ton of bricks.
She gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Not looking good for her right now. Look at this.
There is no coming back from that one. I don't know if Sane can recover.
Probably not.
Look at this.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
Thank you for choosing to spend your Wednesday night with us. We appreciate you choosing WWE. She clearly liked the results from the first time she delivered that move.
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you, bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. And as you were saying, the decision ultimately came back to haunt him.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
And she turns it around on her.
At this point, it looks like even the winner of this match will walk out of here beaten and battered.
And just like that, this move is leading the charge. Here she goes again.
I don't know if Sane can take much more of this. She's as good as done. She's walking the plank, so to speak.
This match is clearly taking it all out of her.
You've got to give these women so much credit. They've really been put through the ringer here tonight.
How much more punishment needs to be dished out? Just finish it! I'm not so sure she even knows where she is at this point.
I'm not used to seeing this.
I don't know how these women are finding it within themselves to power through here. This is amazing.
Twice as nice. I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before. How's that for ferocious? Looks like someone hit the repeat button for this move. We're looking at complete domination here.
And another one. There we go again.
And look at the quickness by Sane.
Clearly her current offense is based on the concept of repetition. There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown.
I'll tell you, the cage has absolutely beaten down these...
Unbelievable. This singles match is over. That match might go down as one of the best matches in WWE history.
When any superstar, man or woman, is able to find a way to win a match as entertaining and action-filled as that one, they should be grateful and really proud. Some great stuff.
Here is your winner, Kairi Sane.
Well, it's Kairi Sane that'll be walking away with the win tonight, guys.
She deserved it.
Byron should be walking the plank.
And talk about displaying a never say die attitude. It was as if winning was the only option here tonight.
As hard as it will be not to think about that amazing match we just saw, we must move on here, guys.